welcome back to Making Frugal Fun. I'm Shannon and I share our family's debt-free journey to pay off over $500,000 of debt and all the frugal things we're doing to get there faster. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Today we're going to talk about some September budget busters, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of motivation to get those September budgets started. And I also finally have an exciting debt-free journey update for you guys this month. After many months of not paying off any debt because we had so much 2021 taxes due, and we were saving for that, and then we had several not like bad income months, but not like the huge income months that we had been having before and paying off a ton of debt. So the combination of those two things, we've not made like any progress on our student loans pretty much this year. I think the last time I made a student loan payment was in January, which hasn't been that big of a deal because of the student loan interest pause. So it's just been sitting there and not collecting interest or anything, which is awesome, instead of going up and growing like it was before. Hasn't been that big of a deal. However, I'm super antsy, okay, let's get this student loan gone. And on that note, before I move on to anything else, I wanted to briefly touch on student loan forgiveness. I do believe that we will make too much money to qualify for the $10,000 student loan forgiveness thing. Also, just being the antsy person I am and being so ready to be done, I don't know if I would want to wait around to see when it's going to happen. Is it going to be a year from now when they finally get around to forgiving it? I don't know. I just want to get these things out of my life. We're probably going to be done with these things in the next couple of months now that we're almost done with the taxes. I just want to get them done and out of my life. So I'm super happy for anyone who's getting student loan forgiveness. I have no bad feelings that I paid off all this stuff, but other people get forgiveness or whatever. I'm really happy for you if you're going to get student loan forgiveness and it's going to give you some relief, some motivation. Maybe that $10K will get you started on your own debt-free journey because you're yes, I want to make this really matter. Because the problem is if you have a huge student loan and you get the $10K forgiveness, once the interest kicks back in, it's gonna grow back up if you don't start knocking it out. So make sure that if you do get the student loan forgiveness, turn this into your turning point and get going. Pay off your debt. So anyways, that's all I really have to say about student loan forgiveness, is that I don't think I'm gonna get it. If it was based, so the thing is our taxes are not filed yet for 2021 because we did an extension. So if it's based on our 2020 income, which was our worst income year, since getting out of school and out of residency and stuff, then we would get the $10K forgiveness. If it happened tomorrow, I guess we would probably get it. I don't know. But by the time all of it happens, probably our taxes are going to be filed because I think our accountant's getting ready to be done with them in the next few days. So basically, I don't think we're going to give the forgiveness, so it won't affect our debt-free journey. An idea I had, of course, was just pay off everything but $10K and just let it sit there in a savings account, and if we don't get it, I have it ready to pay it off. Who knows? I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But knowing my personality, I have zero patience and I will want to pay it off so we can just move on and be done. So stay tuned for more information on that. Debt-free journey update before I get into the September budget busters. So we were able to make an $18,000 dent on our taxes this month. Yes, they are almost gone. So I'm going to be able to pay off a little bit more, actually, to bring the balance down to about $6,000 going into September. But once I got our business return, so we have all these businesses and we have personal taxes. It's super complicated. Once we got our business return back, there was a bigger loss in 2021 than I was expecting. So I'm wondering if that reduces our total taxes. So I don't know. I emailed my accountant and I was before I pay this last part of the taxes or whatever, is there any chance it's less than I thought it was going to be? Because I'd rather, start paying my student loans, obviously. So yeah, there's a chance that we will be done paying off our 2021 taxes by next week or the week after, and then we'll be able to start back on our student loans. And I'll keep you guys super updated on the student loans because that is going to be really exciting when we get those paid off. If you're new here, we started with $400,000. It was like 380 something. $400,000 of student loan debt from medical school, and we have 43,000 left. So we're like super close. And all of that income that we used to pay off taxes this month came from my blog business, my Making Frugal Fun, this. Although, fun fact, YouTube is like the least thing that makes me money from all the things that I do, because I just became monetized on this channel, and then you get paid like per views. So I'm really excited because it is growing, and I'm excited to see what I can grow this into. And I've never gotten a sponsored post for YouTube either, so it's definitely like my lowest money making tool, I guess, for all of the different things I do for Making Frugal Fun. So my blog makes ad revenue, my digital shop where I sell my meal planners makes the most revenue. And then one of the most exciting things, I'm like, should I share this because it's kind of crazy and people are gonna be like, okay, this isn't relatable anymore, but I signed $30,000 worth of brand deals with sponsors in August, just in August. So that doesn't mean that I received the money, because there's like a lot, you have to like get your drafts approved and your scripts approved and like submit it, and then finally like they give you the go live posting date, so you post that, and then 45 days later you get payment. So this money will like trickle in over several months, like all the way through November and December. But that alone would almost pay off the rest of our debt, or if we're done with our debt by the time that money comes in, that'll be like our emergency fund. So I can really see the light at the end of the tunnel now. And Q4, like the fourth quarter of the year in the blogging world, is notoriously large for sponsorships and ad revenue, because people are searching all your Christmas posts and your DIY projects and like all that recipes, which are all things I have on my blog. So I'm really looking forward to the end of the year. Just to remind you though, we do also still have business debt, but so we have like 143,000, something like that, of business debt. However, when we finish the student loans, we are going to start on our emergency fund and then start saving for our house, and basically not pay ourselves from our medical practice and just allow the medical practice to like pay off that debt. We'll basically be doing it simultaneously, unless for some reason like we save how much we need for our down payment and we're like, okay, great, and then just turn around and start knocking that out. If my blog continues to grow the way that it has been growing over the last 2 to 3 years, then it's very possible that these things could be like crazy expedited. I'm really excited to see where all of this goes. I still can't believe it. Like, you know, I'm like almost 37. Like, I'm not this like young hip influencer or whatever, but there are brands that are willing to pay moms like me to share my experience with, you know, grocery shopping and things like that. So it's crazy, believe me. And I wanted to be an actress. Like, that was really what I wanted to do, was be an actress. So it's kind of fun because like I'm working with like these different agencies with brands and stuff, and like it almost feels like booking acting jobs or something like that. And it's really weird. So anyways, I have a weird life. I'm hoping that this actually inspires you, because if you've been following along since the beginning, I mean, we were like really paycheck to paycheck. I was struggling with depression. Like, it was really hard. And once we got the budget, like the expenses cut as much as we possibly could, I knew if I was going to turn this 6-7 year debt payoff journey into like a 3 to 4 year debt payoff journey, I knew that I was going to also have to make a lot of money somehow to start knocking this stuff out. And I just can't believe that like my business Making Frugal Fun has turned into what it turned into. Like, it is so exciting. I can't wait for you guys to follow along and see what's next. So now that's enough about me. I want to help you get ready for your September budget. If you have never done a budget in your life, if you think there's no way, if you're like drowning in debt, a budget will help you. Even if it just shows you where like your worst spending habits are, where you're struggling, where you're having a hard time. And I mean, just you have to start with the budget. That's where we started. That's when we realized we were overspending like an exorbitant amount, and there was no way we were ever gonna pay off debt because our expenses were so high. So it all starts with the budget. And here are some things you wanna watch out for with your September budget. Now, I did, in fact, pick up a pumpkin spice latte specifically for this video because today is August 30th and they came out today. And I was like, I definitely need to put pumpkin spice lattes in the budget because I love them. Yes, I'm a basic fall girl and I will always love them. But anyways, here's my pumpkin spice latte, Exhibit A. September, we're going into fall. Things get spendy in the fall because, you know, the commercials and the stores are like putting out Christmas and getting you in that spendy mood. Definitely want to be watchful, mindful of like your fun money budget. I'm not one of those budgeting people that are like, you can never have coffee again or whatever. Like, just put it in a fun money budget. Have a little fun money set aside for things like this, and when it's gone, it's gone. Also, Labor Day weekend is coming up, and not only would you want to make sure you have included in your budget travel costs if you're going to go on like a mini vacation, but childcare. So that is something that I feel like people probably forget if they're like a working parent. Both parents are working and school's out on Monday. And well, I guess most people are off on Monday, but if for some reason you're not off on Monday and you need childcare, then make sure you include that in your budget. Also, a lot of school miscellaneous stuff starts coming up in the fall. Book fairs, fall photos, PTA dues, and class parties. If you have older kids, homecoming dances and things like that. So it does get a little spendier in the fall, but we can do it if we set a budget and we are looking ahead at things like that. We can cut back other places and make sure that we have enough money in our budget for these fun things. Also, flu shots and doctor visits for those back to school germs, because I already had a kid miss the first day of school. It was so sad. My daughter was super sad about it because she was sick. So the sick germs, they are there. As soon as you get all the kids back in class together, it starts going around, and you know, you're at the doctor like every day, especially if you have 3 kids or more like me. It just passes around and it feels like everyone's home and you're like on summer break again. But anyways, oh, so of course I have free printables because that's like my life. On the blog, which I will link below, I have some no spend fall weekend ideas and a family bucket list that you can create, so you can come up with some really frugal ideas to make fall super fun without busting your budget. So here's just like some cute and fun fall activities. And I know it's like still hot some places, but September, you know, it's starting to get in the fall mood. Not quite carving pumpkins, but we're definitely getting there. And then this is really cute. It's like a little bucket list, so you can put like some ideas of your own and hang it on the fridge. Some ideas for fall. You really don't have to spend a lot to have a lot of fun on a budget. And that is what the content on my blog is really centered around, like fun recipes, fun activities for the kids, DIYs, crafts. Like I love this time of year because it's so much fun and you really don't have to spend a lot to do a lot of cool activities at home with your family. Things that are coming soon that you want to start thinking about now. I'm really going to start harping on Christmas on you now, like every month when I do these updates, because it is coming so soon. If you don't start putting away money now, you'll end up panicking and overspending and going back into debt in December. Then you'll start 2023 in credit card debt again, and you'll be like, oh, this is not cool. I have on the blog Christmas savings trackers. There's like some light ones, Christmas trees, and also gifts. And I have them like, you can do each gift is $25 to save $500, and I have one that's like $1,000, but you can make the gifts equal whatever amount you want it to be for your budget. And I have a lot of resources on my blog about how much you should spend on each member of your family. Of course, it's up to you ultimately, but just some ideas, because I know people want to see like what other families do, like what's a good starting point. So I'll link all those resources below so you can start thinking about Christmas. I know it's early, but when it comes to budgets, it's never too early to start thinking about Christmas. So want to start setting money aside for fall activities like Halloween and pumpkin patch visits and those kinds of things. We love doing that stuff. Thanksgiving also, don't forget about that one. That's, you know, wedged in there between all the holidays. So if you're going to travel or host Thanksgiving, that can get expensive really fast. And as the weather does become cooler, not here in Texas, but probably some northern states, I'm sure gets cool in September. When I lived in Chicago, I remember wearing a sweatshirt on September 1st one time, and I was like, this is so amazing. So I know it gets cool other places. So fall and winter wardrobe updates are gonna be something that you want to include in your budget or start saving for, especially if you have kids that probably outgrew all their last year fall and winter wardrobe items like mine. So I think that's pretty much it. What is important for you to put on your September budget? Make sure you let me know in the comments below so we can help each other out. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my debt-free journey updates and budget motivation videos. Things are getting really excited. We're gonna get these student loans paid off. I just know it. It's coming. So I don't want you to miss any of that if you've been following along on our journey. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.